Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. As ever, you can find me over on Instagram at the House of Langford and at Overall Sews. I'm also on Ravelry at MadXStitcher. And this is my little roundup of the month of October. I'm actually filming on the 30th of October because I am back to work tomorrow and I won't have time to make anything, finish anything, work on anything or film. So we've got it a little bit earlier, but I'm hoping that means I'll actually get it done and edited and uploaded earlier in the month as opposed to like halfway through. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so there is a Facebook page and a Facebook group linked to this podcast. There is also a Ko-fi account if you wanted to sponsor it in any way. It generally goes towards editing fees and giveaway prizes. And whilst I'm on the subject of giveaway prizes, there is a giveaway coming up. I am almost at 500 subscribers. It's taken a little while, but I don't mind because you're all here because you want to be here, and that's the whole point. So if we hit 500 subscribers before the end of 2022, which is only 2 months away, then I will do a 500 subscriber giveaway, and I will put all the details for that in, I think, December's podcast, because hopefully we'll hear it by then, which means in the new year there will be a giveaway prize. Not sure what it will be yet, but we'll see, I guess. So every month I do a podcast of what I've got up to the previous month, what my plans were, what my finishes were, my whips, acquisitions, all that sort of stuff, and anything going on that you need to know about. So basically it's me talking to a camera for almost an hour, sometimes more. Fingers crossed this one is a little bit shorter though. Last month's was quite short, so we'll see how we do. So I think that's all the admin. If I've forgotten anything, it will go down in the description box for you. So just check that out. And yeah, anything I mention in this podcast, any links, anything I refer to, all the information will be there for you as well. So, shall we start? So my plans for October then were to finish a second set of pumpkins that I was working on last month. I wanted to finish the last part of the magic carpet throw and then get onto the border. I also wanted to finish part 2 of the HoHoHo CAL, which is they're both by Rosina Plain. I wanted to finish the second sock for Ellen that I've been working on. I wanted to start the pumpkin basket. And I wanted to finish the 6-day baby blanket that I started. So, out of all of those, I finished 2. But, progress is progress. So, the first thing that I finished was the 4 multicoloured pumpkins. Now, I don't have them, but I do have a picture. And basically, I was asked to make 4 different coloured pumpkins, similar to the ones I have here. But I don't know where I've put the charm yarn for the rusty coloured pumpkin. And so she chose sage instead. And I actually think they worked out really nicely in the sage. So I might do some more of those next year. I have decided to sort of fit a pumpkin in every time I finish a project. And that way I might have enough to put up for you all in September, October time next year. So I'm going to keep making throughout the year and just put them all into a box and then we'll see how we do. Fingers crossed, we get quite a lot of them because they don't actually take me that long, especially the little ones anyway. But we will see. So they have all been made in King Cole Big Value DK. They are 50-gram balls, and from one 50-gram ball I tend to be able to make one of the larger ones that I've got at the bottom here and a smaller one from one ball. So pretty good value for money really, especially as they're I think £1.15 a ball. Yeah, you can't really go wrong. So that's what I've done. I finished 4 more pumpkins. You'll remember that last month I made 4 all in orange. All 4 sizes that I offer, and this time they were all in different colours, which was really nice to do. I have also finished 3 other pumpkins this month. So I dove into my stash just to see what yarn I had available. This was before I bought all the yarn to make all the other pumpkins. these are what I had lying around. I had some leftover gold, although I can't remember what it's from. Oh, it's from the crown. It's from the coronation crown that I made. So that's the leftover gold, and I actually made 2 pumpkins. It's 2 slightly different sizes. This is, I think, the original pattern. I don't remember because it's chunky yarn, so I have 2. I've maybe have overstuffed this one though a little bit because I can see the stuffing coming through. But I'm quite happy with those. They're quite cute and squishy. So I have those 2 in the gold. These are both made in Stylecraft Special Chunky. The stalks are still the same koala yarn from the King Cole Big Value, but that's because I'm still working from the same ball that I bought last year. And I also made one in Aran. This is watermelon. I had this left over from the Lifebuoy roof that I did, so I figured I would just try and work one up. I actually used this, I think, as an example when I was showing someone how to make one. I started it in this and I thought, well, I would just finish it then. So I have 3 extra pumpkins, and this one's probably not as stuffed, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I have 3 extra pumpkins for this month. I have basically followed the Bella Coco tutorial, which is on YouTube, so I will link it for you. And I'm deciding where to put them now. Let's just put them around me. That will do, won't it? Yes, so I followed the Bella Coco pumpkin tutorial, which is on YouTube, and I followed the tutorial for the iCord as well to make the stalks too. So it's very, very easy. All I have done is adapted it to make 4 different sizes as opposed to just the smallest pumpkin. So yeah, that's how I made those. Next up, you may remember me saying back in August, I think, that I was working on a mandala piece that I then put into the August show at the beginning of September, and that came from this booklet. It was a supplement with Crochet Now. I think it's issue 78, and I have done the one in the middle. Now when I entered it into the August show, I had 2 rounds left to do on it, but I wanted it finished for the show and I'd run out of thread by that time. So I picked up a couple more skeins of embroidery thread from my local yarn shop, all tangled up, and I have finished it off. So it now has a much bigger hoop to stitch it into, and it's going to be really difficult for you to see. There we go. And I have loved making this. It's so delicate though to work with the embroidery thread, and I believe I was on a 1.5mm hook, which is quite small. I mean, I know there are a lot smaller hooks out there, but yeah, I thought you would like to see this actually finished. And the last 3 rounds, so the navy blue and the 2 white rounds on here, are actually using anchor threads. The rest are all from my stash, so they're a little bit cheaper. But I needed it finished, and actually I think working with the anchor thread would have been a lot easier because it slides quite nicely on the hook. But I enjoyed working on it, and I'm very much glad that it is finished. I'm not sure I will be working with any embroidery thread anytime soon to make any more. However, I do have quite a lot of these metal frames, but they're all this size and smaller, so I'm going to need to find some smaller designs to use them up with, because all the ones I have are for DK yarn and therefore bigger, so maybe I will have to make some more. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? So that piece actually did place at the August show. It was up against a I think it was like a table runner that was made in a fine thread as well. So there was only 2 items in the category, and therefore it placed second against this larger piece. But I'm hoping that I will be able to make something else for next year and maybe come first this time. Now the last project I have finished for this month is the 6-day star blanket. I have been using Deramore's Studio DK yarn, and I have almost finished one whole ball of the cream colour, which is known as ivory. And the bands are falling off because they're that flimsy. But this is all I have left of the cream, the ivory. This is all I have left of the dark pink, which is called flamingo pink. And I do have the other colours here as well. So I also used just a standard pink colourway. And I used this one, powder pink, which is a light pink. And then we have a pale green as well. So from 5 full skeins, I'm not sure I'd be able to make a second blanket, but I did enjoy it. It just, I think because I started it when I wasn't well, I was getting the ump with it, but it's worked out quite nicely. So what I have done is used the Betty McKnit pattern. So this is on her blog, and I can't remember, it just says Betty McKnit. It is the 6-day kid blanket version in a star, basically. It's meant to be made in chunky yarn, which is why it's supposed to be done in 6 days. It has obviously taken me more than 6 days, because I actually started this the day after the Queen's funeral in September. And it's only just been finished. I have been ill since that day. But yes, I have put the last round on it this morning, but I have finished the 6-day star blanket. It is for a baby, so I think that's big enough to sort of wrap up a baby, isn't it? And my nan asked me to make this. I still have all the ends to weave in, and it needs a block because the middle bit is a bit saggy, but once it's laid flat it seems to be okay. So yes, what I have done is started with the darkest pink in the middle and worked my way out, and then hit the pale green, and then I did the reverse because I was worried that I wouldn't have enough yarn for it. But that is my star blanket complete. I think if it was done in chunky, definitely would take 6 days, and not 6 full days either. This has probably taken 6 full days in a way. I've maybe done a couple of hours here and there to get it finished, but I did these 4 rows on the train and tube when I went to Kew Gardens this week, and I have done the rest yesterday and then 2 rounds today. So I think that took a couple of hours to do this bit and a couple of hours to do this bit. So yeah, it is doable. I just think I had other things going on and work got in the way, obviously. But yeah, quite happy with that. Now I have just used a 4mm hook for this project, and you've seen all the yarn already, and I'm really hoping my nan likes it. I've sent her a picture, but I haven't read a response yet, so we shall see. I'm hoping that, I think it's going to my cousin, so I'm hoping that she likes it as well. And that's it for finishes, because I have just tried to finish that blanket and pumpkins all month. So let's move on to whips. Right, so living in my Pokemon bag, which is from Siobhan's Crafts, I have a pumpkin. I think I may have mentioned that I was going to do this, but I haven't finished it. I'm using the King Cole Big Value DK, and I'm doing a turquoise pumpkin, but I'm doing a large one. So I think I'm just over halfway through the pattern now, and then I will make it up into a pumpkin. I'll still do it even though Halloween is tomorrow, but it will just go in my box, I guess, ready for next year. So I'm doing a turquoise pumpkin. I've also been asked to make some black and grey pumpkins as Christmas gifts, so be on the lookout for those next month as well. I haven't got any more pumpkins on the go. That is it at the minute. I have this one, and I'm going to make the black and grey ones. Again, using the exact same pattern and tutorial. And hopefully that will be done soon. I have also, whilst I was at the hut, I was looking through some patterns for somebody, and I stumbled across Pudsey Bear. So I've picked up the pattern, and all the profits go to the Children in Need charity, and I have created a foot. I have 1 foot for Pudsey. That is it. I am using Stylecraft DK in Citron because that's the colour we felt was the best suited for Pudsey. All the others I could probably use from Stash because it's just some spots and the white for the eye patch. So yeah, I have 1 foot. My tail is there because that's how I mark my rounds sometimes. And now I need to make another one. But you can see this is going to be huge. It says on the pattern 35 centimeters. Now I'm doing it in DK and I'm using the 3.5 hook. And it's still big. So, oh well, I'll make another foot and we'll see, won't we? I'll just keep making until it's done. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I want to do something for Children in Need with it. So if it goes up for sale or for raffle or something like that, then all of the proceeds will go to Children in Need. And yeah, that's in a few weeks' time. So I kind of need to get my skates on with that one. And yeah, maybe I'll do this before the pumpkin. I don't know yet. I know the pumpkin will be a quick finish. But I really want to make Pudsey. Answers on a postcard. What should I do first? So the last thing, that one was also in a Siobhan's Crafts bag, but this is a Care Bears project bag. Seem to have quite a lot of her project bags. The last thing I have been working on that I can remember anyway is in my Tula Pink Pandas bag, which I got from the Little Grey Girl, and it has my critical pin on it, which I got from Comic-Con in the summer. And because I've been doing mosaic crochet within my workshops recently, I have started to do a little sample so that they can see how it works up, and everyone seems to be getting on really well with it. I think that's the only sample I've done actually for it. I don't think there's another one in here. Yes, so I'll finish that up so people can see what it looks like, and maybe that will go in the shop as an example for people too. So yeah, that's my whips this month. That's it. 3 whips because I've been so desperate to finish the blanket. So that's just been working up in the Stylecraft DK that I have from the workshops. I'm still using the same 2 balls for all of the samples, so be prepared to see a lot more silver and blue. And that is it for whips. I know. I've not really worked on a lot of things this month, clearly. I do, however, need to finish the other 2 blankets because the Advent starts on the 1st of December. And I need those 2 done before then, because that's going to be too many blankets on the go otherwise, and I won't get to them. So, the last thing then is acquisitions. And we're only about 20 minutes in. Maybe I just need to slow down because I've been talking really fast. You're more than welcome to slow the video down though. I think you can do that on YouTube, just in case. So yes, acquisitions then. Let's make some room because I've got them all in the bag and it might rustle. So the first thing I have is the Siobhan's Crafts Care Bear box, which is Grumpy Bear. Now, when this arrived, I was also quite grumpy because it rattles. And my son was trying to do the right thing and to check if anything was broken inside. However, rather than just open it up and check, he opened it up and sent me a picture of it. So I didn't get I wasn't able to open it myself and get the surprise myself. So we have this month's bear is a Grumpy Bear with his dark grey cloud and little hearts, and we have the yarn to go with it. So it's really nice blue tones, and then you've got the colours from the symbol on his belly as well, and the dark blue and the little hints of red, because he has like little red hearts in with the raindrops, which I think is quite sweet. We also have the bag that goes with it. It's really cute, with a little cupcake, and again tie-dyed. And then we have a little tin of the stitch markers, and this is what was rattling inside the box. So we have one little bauble with sequin stars in it in the blue colour. We have a little rain cloud, and we have our matching stitch marker to the bag. I like the fact it's in a little tin though. I can put a few more in there actually, because there's not a lot in there. Maybe I'll put some of the others in there as well. Maybe just the Care Bear ones themselves, not the big balls, because I don't think there would fit many in there. But yeah, so that is the Care Bear subscription box. I'm still upset that I didn't get August's one, but I'm going to stop thinking about that now, because I can't do anything about it. So I also have the Perfect Collab Club yarn, which is by Becky of Ammo Yarns, and it is a Meatloaf. Is it a Meatloaf CD? It's called Like a Bat Out of Hell. Again, another one that my dad likes. He's not getting this though. I really like this. It also reminds me a little bit of the Goku skein that I got from For the Love of Yarn. It's got similar colours, but I like the fact it's got different sections in it. Yeah, that's going to work out really nicely. Still don't know what these are going to be. I think I need to take a break from buying. I might need to stop for next year because I have so many of them now and I don't know what to do with them. But I'll find something eventually. So I have Ammo Yarns Perfect Collab Club. And she also sent a little bat charm as a stitch marker to go with it as well. So the next one that I have got is the Truly Hooked Blanket Minis, and this time we have 19 at the 20, 19 and 20, 19 at the top, 20 at the bottom. The bottom one is actually going into pinks now. So once the end of the year is done, I'm going to put them all together and see what they look like as a gradient, and I'll go from there really as to deciding what I'm going to do with them. So for the Blanket Club, I actually signed up at the end of last year, or yeah, the end of last year, and you pay per month. So this is £7 a month, and you get 2 minis per month, and I think you can opt in for I think these, what are these, 10 gram minis. There is also a 20 gram mini version, and you can opt in for a full skein of yarn, I believe, as well to go with them. So for example, if you're going to just do granny squares, then you would need a different colour in a full skein to join them all together. So there is an option for that too. Right, so next up, I have purchased something different this month. I have picked up some earrings from Emily C Designs, and she sent this beautiful postcard with it as well. I believe it's some of her artwork, which is really nice. No, it might be a friend. But yes, I have that as well. Now I bought 4 pairs of earrings, and you have to pre-order them. So I was really hoping they came in time because I ordered some autumn ones. So I'm not sure if these are going to show up. I might just have to take pictures of them. So I've got a little pumpkin. They kind of go together. A little pumpkin on one of them. There is a poison bottle on the other, and a toadstool. And and they've got like leaves and stars on them as well. So I thought they were really cute. I wore them yesterday at the yarn shop because it was our last, the last time we were open before Halloween. And I also bought a new dress as well from Lady V, which is Halloween themed. Can't show you that yet because that's in the wash. So I can wear that tomorrow at work. There's no kids in tomorrow, but doesn't mean I can't wear a pretty dress. So that's what I'm going to do. And put them back on the card. So that is the first set of earrings I have. I then also could not resist these. These are absolutely stunning. They are bee related. And they sit on a little piece of honeycomb. They've got little bees and they've got pearls at the bottom as well. So, yep, I have those, the long dangly ones. And I also got some stud versions as well. So they also have little bumblebees on too. Again, I'm going to have to take pictures because they don't, my camera doesn't like to focus very much. The last pair I got are really long dangles. And I think I actually picked them up so that I could potentially split them and make them into 3 separate pairs of earrings. But for now, they are one set. They have a star, a cloud, and the moon. And they are so sparkly. So, yes, I will take a picture so you can see them all properly. Let's try and put them back in their box now. And I will put the details for Emily C Designs in the description box because she's on Etsy. And maybe you can get some yourself as well. Now, I have also picked up 2 magazines this month. The first is Your Knitting and Crochet. Now, the reason I picked this up is because it comes with those bags of yarn. Now, you may know from previous episodes that I don't particularly like those bags of yarn that come free with these, but there is a pattern here that I quite like and I think would be really good on my next stall. Now, I have 2 events coming up. One at the end of November, on the 26th of November, and the other one is the week after, which is the 4th of December, and that is in Billericay. The first one is in Tilbury, so if anyone is a local to here and wants to join us for a couple of days or a couple of different days, then that is where we will be. I found these. Aren't they cute? So I'm actually going to do this one in gingerbread colourway from Stylecraft. This is the yellow that comes with the kit. But I'm going to do it in gingerbread, and as we all know, I've got lots of lipstick colourway, so I'm going to do Santa in that as well. And I have also found the glitzy white that I used for my gingerbread man last year. So I'm going to make this one up first because it's 2 colours, and then I'm going to try and do Santa as well. It just means I need to find a skin tone yarn, I think, for the faces, so that I can actually do the elf as well. So I think they're going to be really cute. I'm hoping they're going to be really quick to make as well, because you make all the circles first and then you make all the pieces and attach them. So we shall see. Anyway, that is the plan with that one. I also picked up Crochet Now. It has 3 gifts in this one. There is British Bird Baubles in a little booklet. There is a crochet hook set. I think I have that crochet hook set. I do indeed. Already. And then there is a Christmas Crochet Toft magazine as well in the back. So I haven't opened it yet because I've only read the one so far. So I'm going to open that one up and see what else is actually in it, because I don't have any clue really as to what designs are in it because they're all hidden by the gifts. So yeah, I'm going to have a look at that later and see what I can do for Christmas. Now, there are only a few more things left to show you. I bought the yarn for Pudsey. I've already mentioned that. And I have some other yarn I need to show you. And then I have some kits as well. So these are actually from the sale buckets or baskets at my yarn shop. And I had this brilliant idea that I want to do a mosaic blanket, but in a Harry Potter theme. So I have Gryffindor colours, even though I'm a Ravenclaw. But we didn't have any Gryffindor Ravenclaw colours. So I have King Cole Big Value Aaron, which has got like a tweedy going on in it as well. There's some extra colours. And then I have Big King Cole Comfort Aaron in a gold colour. So in my head, I have an idea of what I want to do, but I need to draw it out first before I can get going. So I have 4 of each. So I'm hoping that's going to be a decent sized blanket. 8 balls should be okay in Aaron. So we shall see. But yeah, so watch out for that. I'm not sure when that will happen, but it's up there. So I need to get it drawn out and get going with it. And then I have some kits. So I put these aside about a week ago because one of the ones I wanted has already sold out completely at the hut. And in order to get it again, we'd have to order more. And if we order more, we've got to order a lot more. So I think we're putting that off until maybe after Christmas, especially with all the post strikes and things like that at the moment. So I have 4 Hardycraft kits. I have Santa Claus. Now these are really small kits, so I'm hoping that they're going to take me not much time at all. I have his reindeer. So Santa and his reindeer. I then have a gingerbread man, because we know I love the gingerbread men. And the last one I have is a snowman. Now the other one that I wanted, I'm going to show you these up close. The other one I wanted was an elf. So, I mean, I could try and have a go using the Santa one to try and make an elf, but I'm not sure it will work. So, we shall see. But yes, I have 4 little kits. I'm really hoping I could probably do 2 in a day, because they're nowhere near as big as the other ones that I've done. So, yeah, looking forward to making those up because they're so cute. And I have one more thing to show you because it literally arrived yesterday. And I have bought a knitting mill. This is a prim version. And I saw a reel on Instagram where somebody had knit up a few skeins of yarn using one of these and then knit those cords into something else. So you get like a chunky yarn or a super chunky yarn from making I-cords. So rather than knitting an I-cord or crocheting an I-cord, I can get a machine to do it. And I just knit that. So that's what I did. I bought this. All you do is wind it and it will pull the yarn and make a long cord or braid. And if you've seen my Love Local video, I panned up, there is a sign in the yarn shop in the yarn dispensary that says Knit Happens, and that is one I-cord from, it's not I don't think it's a whole ball of yarn. I'm not sure how many grams it is or was, but it's an I-cord that has been threaded onto wire and it makes the sign. And I think Julia made that, of Sparkle Julia, on Instagram. So it can be done. I'm not sure how far 100 grams will go for an I-cord, but we shall see. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using this. I need to find some big needles though that are going to be suitable for the thickness that it comes out. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to, I think this is my sort of go-to. If I don't decide what to do with all the perf yarn, this is what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to make loads of I-cords and knit them into something bigger, because then it will take less time. That's the logic here. Whether that works or not is another matter, isn't it? But yes, it's rattling because there is also a weight in there to hold on to the cord as it comes at the bottom. But yeah, watch this space. And that's it. That's my September. And I think the main reason there's so little is because I put some projects on hold so that I could wait to film September. No, that's it for October. Oh my word. So I think there's not many because I put some of them on hold so I could film September's podcast and started making pumpkins because, you know, and yeah, I probably could have done with continuing some of them, but I think I've had a good run this month. I've had a few finishes, so that's not too bad, right? Yeah, in other news, I have vlogged for October half term. We only get 1 week half term where I currently am, and other schools local to me get 2 weeks. So yeah, I've had to try and cram everything in. But we went to Kew Gardens. I've done a little vlog and you can see it all there rather than me repeating it twice. I've had a nice time. Don't know about my husband, but yeah, I've had a nice time. And yeah, that was my half term. So as I said, I'm back to work tomorrow. It is a training day and I'm going to wear my new Halloween dress. It is a Lady V one. I'll put the details down below for you. Not sure if they'll still be in stock, but I'll pop a picture up if I can get one of what it looks like. It has Day of the Dead kitty cats on it, which I thought was really cute, and I love the Day of the Dead theme, so yeah. The jumper I'm wearing today is actually my Day of the Dead skull, which I've worn before at October time, so yeah. What a whirlwind October has been. Now, I do have other news, but I think I'm going to wait until the end of November to tell you what that is. Some of you do already know, so please don't spoil it. There are reasons that I'm not to mention it just yet, but yeah. It's good news though, so it's okay. But I think that is it for me. So for November then, November plans. My boy turns 18 in November. I know. So I've actually booked us a session in Chelmsford to go and play Dungeons and Dragons. I think I'm more excited than him. Yeah, but it's going to be a nice day and it's only a £5. That's like a cheap birthday gift, isn't it? But yeah, it's only a £5. You get a free drink, so something like squash, I think, and you get to learn how to play the game. So that's what we're going to go and do for 3 hours on Saturday. Yeah. I have several things I need to finish though, don't I? So I've already mentioned that I need to finish up the magic carpet throw because there's only one section left and then a border. And I need to work on the HoHoHo CAL because ideally I need both of these finished before December 1st, ready for Advent. And the other thing I want to do is make up those 4 kits as well. Yeah, because what I think I might be able to do is if I've made them, I can reuse the pattern and make some more. So I will probably make up a few for my stand in December. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm not actually sure when I'm going to get to film November's podcast. It'll probably be... Oh, I'd have to do it after we've been to our Dungeons and Dragons session. Yeah. Because that weekend is pretty packed. So, I will see you all again next month. I hope you've had a nice October, with however you spend it, and whether you celebrate Halloween or not. I don't really celebrate Halloween because I don't like being scared. But I'm quite happy to make pumpkins. I don't like going out trick-or-treating or anything like that. And yeah, it'll be movie night for us. So I think we also have karate as well. So we won't be home all night on our own. We'll be going to karate and then I'll probably watch a film when we get home. Maybe have some dinner too. But I will see you all again next month. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye.